It's on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I am your host, John BRECKO, and over in the station to my left is our producer, Ruben Rodriguez. Big shout out to him and his shiny bald head. Yo, Ruben, you look like a shiny Pokemon just standing by the window like that. Like, I kind of want to throw a Pokeball through the door at you.
That's okay. I felt like we should do a remake of Spaceballs, and you could be Pizza the Hut.
Yo, I feel like I look just like him. I could pass for it. I could do a good impression.
We'll call Mel Brooks and we'll put you in part 2.
Yo, didn't Pizza the Hut kind of sound like a chain smoker, or am I thinking of somebody else?
No, he does sound like a chain smoker.
Yo, he does?
Yeah.
Yo, you know who could do a really good Pizza the Hut impression?
Who's that?
I think RFK should do it. we should cast him. It should absolutely
RFK?
be him.
Do the voice?
Yeah. You know, the person in charge of the health department. We should make him be a pizza. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
How you doing,
Pizza.
man?
I'm doing good, man.
You are?
You know, had a busy week trying to catch up on this stuff.
He says he's doing good, but he keeps making me drive him home.
Well, that's the good part.
Oh, that's how you do good. You just use people.
Oh, look, I don't have to find parking. I get you to take me home, and
to make his ass take the bus.
it's okay. The bus drops me off right in front of my house.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it does.
That is actually convenient as shit.
I know.
Dude, it is almost less convenient for me to take you home. I don't know why you keep asking me. You're like a glutton for punishment. What is wrong with you?
Because it's convenient.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You get dropped off right at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same shit. You might as well just wait for the bus.
I also save $2.
I ought to make him pay me $2. Let me know, everybody on YouTube, if I should make Ruben pay me $2 every time I drive him home.
Or he should pay me $100. Which one is it?
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, man. Ruben, I am very excited because I have been looking forward to interviewing this guest.
For a long time.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, I looked in my notes for, like, where the interview questions were, and it took me about, like, 20 minutes to find them because it was so deep in my notes. Like, I was looking through a whole bunch of shit, and I must have passed it, like, 4 or 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Like, I rearranged the notes, like, the order of them. Like, I went from newest to oldest, oldest to newest, and then finally alphabetical because I know her name. That worked, but...
Wow.
Like, it took me a long-ass time just to find him, but...
It was like 6 months ago or something?
It was more than that.
More than that.
But, anyways, let me get into this intro. Just wanted to remind everybody, like, comment, share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. You want to know how old these questions are?
How old?
I'm going to read this part to you. Our goal is 250 subscribers by the end of April.
Oh, wow.
So this is last year.
That was last year.
We weren't even at 250 yet.
No, I think we were like...
And no, I'll let everybody know.
I think it was 60.
And 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Oh yeah, this is like when we were like right over 200. I'm reading the rest of it.
Right, and now you're over 5,000.
Guys, we are at almost 5,500 subscribers.
What we need people to do is like, and also, if you can stand this guy, watch it for at least 45 minutes of the show.
You know what? Honestly, just like keep it on in the background because we'll probably still get the credit for that.
Yeah, just keep it
Nobody
on the
has fucking patience for that.
If we get 5,000 people, just leave it on. You don't have to listen to them. You can just mute it.
So, but let me just, introduce our guest. So the guest I'm about to bring on today is somebody who is able to do anything that she sets her mind to. Before we even talk about music, this talented lady is also a dancer and cheerleader as well as a fitness instructor. She found her voice as early as 11 years old and has always wanted to be a beacon of hope and faith through her music, hopefully creating dreams for others when they're through dreams of her own that she has while she sleeps. I tried to make that good. That sounded a lot better on paper. She's someone who can find inspiration anywhere, including music legends going as far back as James Brown and Etta James to iconic voices today, such as Carrie Underwood and Adele. She's someone who has expressed herself through her music, and we plan to get to know her on this show today, as well as play some of her original music. I'm not telling you what that is yet, but just know it should be your first option and never a second choice. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Savannah Kirby!
Hello.
Oh my God, dude, how are you? How is everything?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. It's a new year.
Yes.
We're just working on doing good this year. That's the goal. Is just doing my best.
New Year, same me, still looking like Pizza the Hut, right, Ruben? Fucking A, right. I love it. So, I mean, but honestly, man, so again, we've planned this, for a while now. And, I've seen you go live a couple of times. I've seen you put out a song that obviously we're going to play. And, it's been great being able to hear that and, watching you go live. One thing that we need to talk about right now. Dude, you are such a big anime head.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Like, I remember that one live when I found this out, and I was like, this is about to be my best friend for, like, the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh, Lord.
So, I think we were talking about My Hero Academia at the time.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to know right now, like, favorite all-time anime. What's your favorite?
Okay. Well, okay. So I was hoping you wouldn't bring this up because I always try to fight the weird girl allegations, but here we are.
Why?
So
Why are we doing this? Why would you
Look,
do that?
Look, I don't have any shame in it anymore. I don't.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I've lost my shame a long time ago.
I'm just gonna lay it all out. So
Hold on, before you do that, dude, the fact that I have no shame means I get to bond with my 5-year-old nephew over Pokemon cards when he gets excited. Why would I have any shame in that? Why is that so wrong? I am having the time of my life being able to do that. Especially because he has no idea about some of these cards he gets.
Yeah, so you get to kind of like get excited and explain it with him and everything.
Yeah. And then he folds them up before his dad can sell the expensive ones. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I actually started getting into it a little bit about around 2019 when I went off to college, and actually my favorite of all time is My Hero Academia. That was my first.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's my first love, and I guess that's why I love that one so much. I watch other ones, of course.
Yeah, no, I remember the first one. College is what brought me back. Because there was like a big video game corner that I was always in, and they kind of brought me back into it. And I remember, because my mom still makes fun of me for it to this day, but I used to sing Dragon Ball Z just around the house. Just naked baby running around the house in tighty whities, just singing the theme song without a care in the world.
Much. No, I never was into it until I was about 19 years old.
That's fine.
TikTok actually had a big part in it. I remember specifically I grew up as a Marvel nerd. Like, I grew up reading Marvel comics. I was a big Spider-Man girl. I love Spider-Man, love DC.
My wife is like the big Marvel DC nerd. Right? And she's a massive Harley Quinn fan. She loves Harley Quinn.
Me too. I had a whole Harley Quinn and Joker phase along with my Spider-Man and Green Goblin specifically.
Bro, low key, I think deep down inside she's still in that phase.
Yeah, it never leaves you. It never does.
It never.
Like, it never leaves.
Not that I've been waiting for it to leave or anything, but you kind of wonder how long it hangs around.
Yeah, I used to ask myself all the time, like, when am I going to get over this? And I don't think I ever will, unfortunately. I think it's just a part of who I am.
That's okay.
Part of my DNA. Yeah.
That's okay. That works just fine.
Yeah, so I've always been into superheroes. Like, I love superheroes, specifically Spider-Man, Green Goblin. Green Goblin is my favorite supervillain of all time.
Ooh.
And so whenever I got on TikTok, I somehow stumbled across an audio of one of the characters of My Hero Academia. It was Bakugo. And
You just heard him yelling, and you were just
yeah,
like, "This is great."
I heard that audio, like it was somebody talking about the voice actor, and I was like, "What is this?" And I looked it up on YouTube, and then it's like my eyes were like opened. I fell in love with it because it's a superhero based show. So I just thought, I don't know, it's something. I think it was like my comfort show. It still is. It's something
Yeah.
I've been into.
I just want to let everybody know when she saw the most recent season, Bakugo broke her heart on that show. By the way, just to let everybody know.
Don't even get me started. My poor roommate had to endure me watching that episode. And I remember how this night went vividly. I know what happens in the manga. I'm not going to
Okay.
spoil it for everybody.
No.
But I did not want to see this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Never that.
But
Let people wallow in their heartbreak a little longer.
yeah, I did not want to watch this episode because I knew what was going to happen. And so after it happened, I crashed out. I'm not going to lie. I was upset. And so
Right.
I remember I was like, I need something. So I went to a drive-through, and I had like, this is so embarrassing. I had tear streaks like down my face. I had mascara running down my face from where I was crying about this episode. And I was too lost in my heartbreak to really think about, hey, you might look psycho to this lady whenever you get your food. So I pulled up to the drive-through, and she was
Oh
like,
yeah, and this lady really thought it was a boy.
yeah, well, she thought it was something wrong. She was like, honey, what's wrong? I was like, it's stupid. She's like, well, tell me what's wrong, honey. Tell me what's wrong, sweetheart. And I was like, my favorite character I just spoiled it. But anyways, I was like, my favorite character. And I started crying. She was like, okay. She was like, you have a good night. And she handed me my ice cream, and I went back home.
She just went the other way.
Yeah, she
After
felt
that.
really bad for me until she realized that it was about a cartoon, pretty much.
She thought it was about a boy, and then she realized
She thought I was going through something
the boy
bad.
the boy doesn't even really exist. He's just in a
Yes.
show.
Yes.
He doesn't even have to be a cartoon character. He could just be
A
an
drawing.
actor. This lady was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, he's a drawing. I was that upset about
He's
a
a
drawing,
drawing.
and it really made me reflect and think like Kirby, where are your priorities right now? Like, girl, what are you doing?
Low key, just saying, you're also named after a drawing.
Yeah,
Like
I am.
Kirby, bro.
I am.
I mean,
Yes.
Kirby's a lot more round. He looks a little bit more like me, but you
I
got
see
the
the
name.
resemblance sometimes, though. I have some Kirby plushies in my room.
Oh, Kirby's great.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yo, somebody was actually asking me about the One Piece live action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the hoodie that I have, my wife made for our wedding. So she loves Sea of Thieves, right?
Yeah.
She's a big gamer. One of her favorites is Sea of Thieves. She plays it with her brothers. And the bridesmaids all wore Sea of Thieves stuff.
That is so
Right?
cool.
And it's like all on the back. The groomsmen guys, we all wore One Piece because I was the big One Piece nerd in the
Uh-huh.
relationship. And somebody actually asked me about it when I was leaving work today. And they started talking about the live action,
Mm-hmm.
right?
What did
I
you
don't-
think about it?
What did I think?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay. They were really excited about it.
Okay.
Cause I think of like the anime. Also, Arlong looks so weird.
Yeah.
Like
I-
what?
they
Like
all-
it was so off-putting. Like I couldn't deal with it. I was like I can't take this dude seriously.
Yeah, it's like the fandom gets really excited whenever you're gonna get a live action, because you want to see those characters in real life. But then they never, for me, they always miss the mark on casting
God.
and on effects and all of that.
I
don't
I
think-
was fine with all of it, you
Mhm.
know. And then I saw Arlong, and I was like, what is going on,
Yeah.
bro? What?
See,
what?
I haven't really even gotten into One Piece yet because it's a big endeavor. That's like thousands of episodes to watch.
Bro,
So-
Bro, Arlong's live action nose looks like Usopp's cartoon nose. Like, that made no sense to me at all. Yeah, but somebody asked me about it, and I thought of it, so that's why I brought it up. Yo, what's some stuff you're watching now, though?
Okay, so I'm also a big JJK girly, and I also read the
Ooh.
manga on that. So
I haven't read the manga for that.
I'm not going to spoil
No,
anything.
don't.
I also I watch. Let me think. Bungo
Season
Stray Dogs got into that a little bit.
which
Um,
one?
I have not gotten to One Piece yet. Some Demon Slayer, not all of it.
Oh my god.
Um,
See, I've
let
read
me-
the whole thing for that. Oof.
I'm big into the new one that's out right now called Dun Dun Dun.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but
I love it. Unfortunately, I didn't know if I would or not,
why is
but
that unfortunate?
because it's freaky.
What do
Like
you mean?
it's weird. It's weird.
Like
It's
I'm trying to figure out how it's weird without you spoiling it. Cuz like
it's
I've been
just
seeing it pop up. Like I've been looking at it.
it's 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 funny, but it's also like uncomfortable at times. But
Hmm.
it's good. The plot is really good. I also started watching Kaiju number 8, but I never finished it.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I have other ones like Psyche K, Love is War. There's more that I watch. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I really don't recently haven't had a lot of time to be watching
Yeah.
um anything. So I think that's why I was such a just like stuck on My Hero for so long because that was the one thing that I got really invested in. I haven't had time to get invested in anything else.
Yeah, and you were kind of waiting before you got like invested in anything. Like you stuck to
Yes.
that for like as long as you could.
Mhm.
No, I get it. It makes sense. I'm trying to find the first question I had on here. Um, give me like, all right. So one. All right.
I apologize
Okay,
about the
here we go.
dog.
No. I was just trying to find where I was supposed to be at. So the first thing that I want to ask about. So I work as a full-time swim instructor. At the time, I was working on getting my personal training certification. We talked about that a little bit, but without going too much into detail, how I got into wanting to be a swim instructor was a happy accident, right? Because I didn't swim a whole bunch throughout my life, and I've really grown to enjoy it because I get to help people in general, kids and adults. And as somebody that wants to reach people through music, let me, if they're going through something, you want to let them know they're not alone, inspire them, etc. So, how did, I guess, becoming a fitness instructor, like we talked about a little bit in the beginning, you
Mhm.
know, make you want to help people, as I am so lost on these questions. But actually, let me start that over. So, you got into music young, right? So, I mean, obviously from, what I've read, what I've looked up, you've wanted to be able to help people through your music if they're going through something, things
Mhm.
like that. How have, I guess, what I'm trying to say, how have, you used that in your life to kind of be able to help you through things as well?
Yeah. So I since I can remember, it's kind of funny because I started singing around the age of 11. I
Yeah.
never sang up until then. I grew up as a dancer, um, and I never could really sing until I turned 11. And that was also the time in my life whenever I became a Christian. That was the
Okay.
big turning point in my life. And I guess the best way I know how to describe it is music kind of always coincided with the mission that was put in my heart to help others. That's something that I think that is something that drives everything that I do all the time.
Yeah.
I always feel like I can be doing more for the world, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
Hmm.
And so, um, my music is something that kind of I think something that gives me peace is knowing that even if I feel like some of the things I'm doing might be mundane or some of the songs I'm writing aren't necessarily speaking on the mission that I have in my heart, I feel that just the fact that I get to pursue music and do what I love, and I know that I'm getting closer to my goals of being able to, you know, support others and, do the things that I want to do one day to change the world. It gives me peace just knowing that I'm able to express myself and I'm learning myself as I go. And I feel like that's something really beautiful about music is
Yeah.
get to express yourself in every aspect of your life. So one day I'll have a story that hopefully somebody can listen to and um, feel connected to me through because I listen to a lot of other artists and I feel connected to them through their stories.
Yeah.
So
Let me
yeah,
actually ask you this, and you're actually the first person I've asked this, but you just kind of made me think about it. Do you
okay,
feel like you find out new things about yourself as you write and as you perform your music?
yes, absolutely. Music is absolutely a part of who I am, and I feel performing is something that I live for. And when I say performing, I don't mean putting on an act for people. I mean
Yeah,
I want to do a good job at what I do.
of course.
And so I feel like music is so deeply rooted in who I am. I feel like I change all the time and I'm
Yeah,
constantly thinking about myself. I'm a big perfectionist. And so I'm constantly criticizing myself, constantly criticizing my music, and constantly criticizing my choices. And I feel that that all bleeds into what I do musically. And so, yeah, I feel like every time I write or every time I perform, um, I'm carrying a part of what I'm learning in this area of my life into what I do. And I feel like I'm evolving as I go.
I love that. So before I get into the first song, there's something that I want to do that I've done with a couple other guests. And
Okay.
I think it's unique for you because you have so many music inspirations that are both young and old, which I think is super unique. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two songs, one old track and one track from an artist of today, and I want you to pick which song you'd rather sing and then tell me why you picked that song. So
Okay.
these first two are actually covers that you sang and are on YouTube if anybody wants to check them out. So we have Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood or It's a Man's World by James Brown.
It's a man's world all the way.
Why?
So I grew up in Muscle Shoals area. Um,
Okay.
I every like I grew up listening to Percy Sledge, James Brown. I grew
Okay.
up listening to Etta James, Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something in the water in the area that I grew up in, and that Muscle Shoals blues and soul is like a part of my blood. And
Yeah.
Man's World was one of the first songs I sang that kind of unlocked that aspect of my voice, actually. And Man's World is one of the very first solos I ever sang.
Okay.
So I that song is really deeply connected to me, and I also just feel like you cannot beat the soul and the message of that song. It's just lovely.
Yo, people keep saying there's something in the water at Muscle Shoals. I just want
There
to
is,
point that out there.
there
Like you
is.
weren't the first one to say it. All right. So the next two I've got are Hello by Adele or I'd Rather Go Blind by Etta James.
Oh man, let me think. These are hard. Okay. Oh, see, I feel like both of them have a deep-seated, like heartfelt sentiment behind the lyrics.
Yeah, they do.
Oh man, style wise, I would say I'd rather go blind.
Okay.
Um,
That makes sense.
yeah, style wise, I'd say I'd rather go blind, but I also love Hello. I love that song a
I
lot.
mean, I think they're both kind of talking about almost the same thing, which I think is
Yeah,
the
just
crazy part.
articulating it differently.
And I actually never thought about that until I just started talking to you about it just now. And I was like, wow, it's kind of about the same exact thing.
Mhm.
Yo, and like you want to know what's crazy? Because like I've seen a lot of different covers from different artists that I've interviewed on the show, and yo, I saw some of those parking lot covers. By the way, some of you guys do covers in the strangest places. Like you got parking lots. I think Savannah Ray did one in the bathtub. I'm so damn confused
The acoustic.
watching.
Look, when the acoustics are good, it
There's
don't
a
matter where you are.
there's such a thing as a bathtub acoustic.
Yes, I sing. Why do you think people sing in the shower?
Listen, don't ever. Somebody's gonna catch me on TikTok singing out of the toilet bowl. Like
Probably get good acoustics doing it.
I'm gonna be over here just hung over one day. Hello from the other. Oh, it's gonna be over. All right. So I kind of broke my own rule of one old and one new because I have two Etta James songs next. So
Okay.
we've got At Last or Sunday Kind of Love. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having fun watching you struggle.
No, I'm just struggling. Let me think. Mm. Mm. See, Etta James, she never missed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say At Last because it's iconic for a reason. I feel like that song is just there's like some type of oomph in it that I can't describe, and I absolutely love singing that song.
There's
It's
a
one of my favorite
oomph.
songs.
There's a oomph how she was at last able to finally pick that song,
Yep, there's a At last I made a decision.
right? All right. Next two, Cowboy Casanova by Carrie or Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, it is about
No,
alcohol.
Tennessee Whiskey has the same chord progression as I'd Rather Go Blind by Etta James.
Does it really?
Hmm.
Oh, wow. I got to listen for that. I never knew that.
Yeah, I
Oh, that's
remember
so
there were times
cool.
we would do crossovers from both. Like somebody would sing Tennessee Whiskey and you go straight into I'd Rather Go Blind because it doesn't change.
Oh, that's crazy. I gotta check that out. That's actually really cool to know. Like I feel like you could just listen to those two and then Foo Fighters right after and it'd be like the
Yes.
same 6 or 7 chords. Oh my
I
god.
love those two songs.
All right. So, one more and this one kind of has a theme to it because I think there's a lot of people that are into murder mysteries these days and
Okay.
these are both about murder. So,
Okay.
for some reason I was thinking of it. Two Black Cadillacs by Carrie Underwood or
Hmm.
Gunpowder and Lead by Miranda Lambert. Which murder song do you like singing more?
Gunpowder and Lead.
Yeah, I agree.
That one's just so much fun to sing.
It's just see, Two Black Cadillacs is methodical. Gunpowder and Lead is just I'm gonna fucking kill
Straight
you.
up, yeah, like straight up, like I'm a mad woman. I love
Yeah,
it.
Gunpowder and Lead is the fun murder song.
Mhm.
Two Black Cadillacs is I'm thinking of a plan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to get away with it. There will be no evidence. No one will
Mhm.
ever find you.
Yeah.
Two Black Cadillacs scares me a little more.
Yeah, but Gunpowder and Lead is owning it more. You know what I mean? Like it's
Listen,
like, yeah, I did it.
listen. If I walk up to somebody at a house, like say I'm like trick or treating as a grown man for whatever reason, and two black Cadillacs is playing, I'm running the fuck the other way.
Yeah.
Like it is over. I do not want to involve myself with what's going on here.
Mhm.
All right, so there's two singles that you sent me. We're gonna play the first one now, which is Options. There's another one that we'll play a little bit later. If we have time, we can play a cover as well. I'm sure Ruben can find something. That's up to you.
Okay.
So, what I want to do is let's talk about your first single, which is Options. Tell us a little bit about it. I would love to hear where that came from you.
Yeah, so options was something that I actually started writing in high school.
Okay.
It was a hook that I kind of thought about right after I, those little high school boyfriend situations. They cheat on you and all that good stuff. So that's what had happened to me.
This is the real reason why she was crying at the restaurant, lady.
Yeah, this is the real reason. It wasn't about
Bakugo made her think of an ex-boyfriend. That's what
Yes.
happened. That is what happened to her heart because of this man. How could you?
Yes. You know how I was always a girl. I've always been the type of girl where when I see you're playing games with me, I'm not
Yeah.
going to stick around. I don't, it's just not something that I like to. I don't
No,
deal with that.
It's
And
not
so
worth
this
it.
was kind of a situation I was going through, and I was like, treat me like an option, I'll leave you like a choice. And so that's
Right.
kind of what inspired this song.
You said you've been writing it since high school. What helped you
I
finish it?
started my junior year of high school.
What helped you finish it, though?
When I moved to Nashville, I worked with two other writers, and they were great, and they actually kind of helped me, guide this song into where it needed to be. It was my very first single. It was my very first ever release, and I was super excited about it. I don't think we have it up anymore. So I'm actually excited to get to listen to it again. It's a little nostalgic for me because it's always going to be like near and dear to my heart as the first single that I got to put out.
I loved it, by the way. That's one of the reasons that I got excited.
Oh, yay.
'Cause I also love your voice, by the way, just so you know.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So, Ruben, you going to play this like an option, or am I going to have to say something like a choice? What's going on? I think I heard him snoring in there.
We're talking too much.
Ruben's getting sick of our conversation. He's getting sick of having to sit there on us.
I was waiting to find time to cut it in.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to hear this song. I've been looking
You
forward
introduced
to
this
it.
song like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you were playing it. He was actually playing it just to test it out, and I don't think he
really?
stopped playing it. So normally when he tests stuff out, he pauses it after a few seconds. He didn't stop.
Well, that makes me happy. I'm glad you guys like it.
Anyways, everybody, we played this like an option, and we have no choice but to play this right now. Options by Savannah Kirby, right here on HamiltonRadio.net.
Never needed a set plan. Feeling comfortable, blowing with the wind. You came in like a cyclone. Still not sure how it happened. Spread me out before I could even blink, like a natural disaster. All those pretty little lies you let me believe, I probably didn't realize I learned and leave. And when the moonshine hit, you'd always want me around, but then you turn so quick, say that you won't be tied down. Thought that you could fool me, thought you played me like a toy. I was treated like an option, so I left you like a choice. Ooh, I left you like a choice. Ooh, I left you like a choice. Ooh. Now I'm smiling much brighter, but you're not the reason anymore. Oh, I'm feeling brand new. Ooh, yeah, yeah. And when the moonshine hit, you'd
Yeah, buddy, that was Options by Savannah Kirby right here on HamiltonRadio.net. Ruben was so excited to come back to the show that for once he turned my volume up as high as possible. He keeps my volume very low sometimes. Oh, man. I honestly love that song a whole bunch, and I think, you were talking about just expressing yourself, earlier. I think that song just does a wonderful job of just expressing, I wouldn't even say just who you are, just, well, yeah, kind of who you are, but in like a certain situation. But
Yeah,
I think you do an awesome job at expressing yourself. I really do.
I appreciate that so much. That really means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah. But, yo, there's, again, a lot that I found out, not even just from doing research, but just in general that I know we can talk about. And, yo, yeah, like, I'm a fan of you, but, like, your cat, though,
Yes,
like,
Mochi.
dude, that is such a great name for a cat, too, by the way.
Thank you. He looked like a little ball of mochi when he was born, so that's where he got his name.
Yeah, so the one I sent you that was chasing his tail,
Hmm.
so his name is Silver,
Silver,
right?
that's a cute name too.
Like, you can't really tell from him chasing his tail. I mean, you could tell he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he walks around, he has this head tilt, right? That he
Hmm.
always walks around with. It's kind of sad the reason why he had a ear infection that never got cured as a baby. And we didn't know about that until, we finally took him to the vet and realized that he had this in the shelter and it never got taken care of.
Oh,
I
dang.
I still remember the day when he came back after he got these things out of his ear because
Hmm.
they had to like drug him up. So like if you thought this cat was walking crooked then, like you kind of should have seen him like scrawl along the floor as he's
Oh,
going
poor
like back and
thing.
forth. My wife was so upset about it, but I was just looking at him and like I started laughing as he was walking.
They're so entertaining. They're so goofy. I
And like
love it.
he didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
but like
He's
yeah, like
Lucy.
you said, he just looked so goofy when he was doing it. I think there's another picture of him that I sent you where he's just sleeping on the cat tree like this.
Yep.
Oh
Mochi
my
likes to
god.
fall asleep like on his back with his feet spread out. It's so
Oh my
flattering.
god. Dude,
He's a big boy.
and he thinks he's the toughest cat too.
Oh yes, Mochi's
Oh my god.
a piece of junk sometimes. I
Yeah,
love
no,
him.
he's a big fluff ball. So we have two, right? We have Silver, and then the chill guy is the one named Thor.
Mhm.
He's the big fat one.
Oh.
Only time he's not chilling is when it's food time.
Yep.
Then he won't shut the fuck up. I swear to God. Like you can't get him quiet when it's time for food for nothing.
Yeah, don't play with Mochi and his food.
I'll tell you this, because he's normally pretty shy. You feed him treats, he's immediately your best friend.
Yep.
Yo,
Mochi's the same way. You
I
don't
got
mess with Mochi.
I got to talk about this though. So we got a new couch, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was used. It was recently my wife's brother's. So there's this like spot like in the back of it where there's like a hole, right? Like you take like
Mhm.
some of like the cushions off and there's a hole back there. These two little motherfuckers found this hole. And they have a new favorite spot in the house.
It's in
And
that couch.
we keep trying to prevent them from going in it, but it never works. No, dude,
Love that stuff.
you don't understand. I sat back not realizing he went in the hole one time. This is Silver, by the way, because this would
Oh
only
no.
happen to him.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm feeling something hit my back as I'm on the couch. You know, because he's just sitting there trying to get out. I was like, what the and then I hear him. I was like, oh shit, when did he climb in here?
You sat on your back.
I had no idea he was even there.
You sat on your cat. That's crazy.
I did. He was chilling in his little rabbit hole. He was as comfy as a clam until he didn't want to be anymore.
My word.
Oh, Thor actually was even worse. So this actually happened like right when COVID started. But I came home to this. Apparently, Abby had been looking for Thor for like an hour, and she couldn't find him. And we were like, he's got to be in here. We didn't go anywhere. You're working from home right now. And he was sleeping when I left. Like, where could he have gone? So I start helping her for like another 20 minutes. I mean, I'm confused, but I'm thinking he found this great hiding spot.
Yeah.
Oh, did he ever, bro?
Oh,
So,
Lord, where was he?
There was our old bed, right?
Uh-huh.
And what we didn't realize is that there was a bed spring that was like cut, and he could get in and out of there.
Oh, my word.
I look under the bed, and I see one spot just dipping. And mind you, he's like 20 pounds, so you notice this.
You know, like,
Yeah. You wouldn't notice as much now because he's lost weight, but but when he was 20 pounds back then, so you noticed it. But there was like a big dip, and I'm like, Abby, check this out. When was this here? And then we put two and two together. I started cracking up.
Yeah, but yeah, they find the funniest spots.
Like out of all the spots, you want to hide under my bed spring.
Now, Mochi's kind of different. He wants to be seen at all times. He wants
Really?
to be with somebody and be seen at all times. He doesn't like to hide. He's just there. Like, you walk anywhere and he is there.
He's just chilling in the background.
Yes, always. He's like a little shadow.
You put on the house lights coming in, and you just see green eyes just looking at you.
Yes, that's exactly what
You
it is.
just
He'll
walk
literally
you just
sit
walk
at
in the
door.
house like, huh.
He knows the sound of my car, so he'll come sit at the door and wait on me to walk in, and then just,
Oh yeah, no. As soon as me or Abby jingle our keys, it's a wrap.
yeah.
Immediately meowing for treats.
Yeah, Mochi just gets excited when a human is home.
Really?
He will drool. Like, he wants me to pick him up. He's my little touched angel. He's touched by an angel.
Yeah.
He's my special boy. Whenever I come home, he wants me to pick him up, and he'll drool because he gets so excited that somebody's home. He wants me to hold him. And so I'll just carry him around like a baby until he doesn't want me to hold him anymore. Then he'll just,
I have ways to get them out. Obviously, Thor is food.
Mm-hmm.
Silver, it's usually a toy. Usually, it's not even one of the cat toys. He likes a shoelace. There's this one shoelace that he plays with. Fuck all the cat toys. Let's fuck with the shoelace.
Yep. Mochi has this one decrepit toy that he is obsessed with. It used to be a little feather, like, fish rod thing. There's no feathers on it anymore. There's just a little piece of plastic on the end of it, and he loves it. I guess it reminds him of a bug or something. But he chases that thing like you wouldn't believe.
So Silver goes after plastic, too.
Yeah.
He knows he's not supposed to have it, so as soon as he grabs it, he will just jet into the next room. Like if it's open, he just grabs it and he's gone.
Yeah.
Cause he knows somebody's gonna take it.
Mm-hmm. Mochi knows he's not supposed to be chewing cords. That's his issue.
Oh,
he likes
God.
to chew cords, and so there has been times
That's
where I
worse.
it was dangerous. There's been times where I was sitting in another room, look at him, and he looks at me, and then just chews a cord in half and runs off because he knows he's not supposed to do it. I'll be like, no, don't you do it, and then he does it anyway.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
He does this thing where if he's in trouble, he'll squint at you like he's smiling at you, like he's trying to be all cute.
Oh yeah.
He's just
they see these two usually do that when they start getting tired.
Oh.
Like if they're ready to start sleeping, because they'll sleep standing up. Like these two are professional sleepers.
Yeah, Mochi likes to nap too.
Yeah, buddy. I love a good nap. It's okay.
Yeah, me too. Can't blame him.
So, I do want to ask, what do you use as inspiration for writing your songs? I know you use old and new artists, but what about old and new experiences from yourself, from others, things you've seen, places you've traveled to? I think you'd just been to LA when I actually wrote the question. What do you
Mhm.
use to kind of help you just write in general? I know you mentioned what you did with options.
Mhm.
What's something that, you use to help you write?
I I tend to feel I want to remain as real as possible. I want to remain as true to myself as possible. So I tend to write from either my own experiences or experiences of the people around me. Some of the songs I've written have actually been about the situations both of my friends are in,
Yeah.
or that some of my friends are in. I've written songs about their boyfriends before, like the ones that were treating them bad. Um, I've also written songs about things that I think are important. I think I've learned growing up. I actually went to, um, I had songwriting classes when I was in high school. I
I
went to
do
a
kind of want to
school.
stop you for a second because what you just said about writing about your friends' boyfriends, that's like Taylor Swift for friends. I
Yeah,
just want to point that out there.
yeah, they know I do it. Um, but yeah, I went to a high school that had a program called FAFA. I went to Florence
Yeah.
High School, and they had a FAFA program, which was a Fine Arts Academy. And I actually learned songwriting in high school, and they always said like you don't necessarily have to have inspiration to write a song. You can write based off of anything. Like if you can write a song, basically you just think about your audience. So everything I sing isn't necessarily something I've been through, but it is something that I feel like I relate to, and if I relate to it, I feel like others will relate to it. So that's kind of a word I like to live by.
I love that, man. I really do. So, I do want to make sure we have enough time to play your second song, which is called Prettiest Problem,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't get this from the lyrics, but I kind of feel like it's like almost like a song that kind of says, "Tell me you've been told you're pretty without being told you're pretty." Which is okay. You're very gorgeous. You're gorgeous,
Oh,
darling.
well, thank you, love. But
But talk a little bit about the song. What was the inspiration for that? When I actually wrote all the questions,
mhm.
you were like just writing it. I think that was actually why you went out to LA. You were writing the song.
Yes, I didn't
So,
write this song in LA, but this song did come along like right around the time I went out to LA.
yeah. Why
So
why why did you go to LA then?
I went to LA to work with some people over there, some songwriters and a producer over there that were super awesome. Um, I wrote about 3 songs over there, and
Nice.
yeah, I've got some fun stuff coming up that we're working on. Not too much that I can really talk
That's
about
fine.
right now, but
I do actually want to ask, since you went to, work with a bunch of other songwriters, just
hmm
because when I hear about, people writing songs in groups, it's usually from country singers a lot more
hmm
often, I think. What do you like to do? Do you like to write with a bunch of people, or do you kind of get inspiration on your own?
right now I feel like I tend to write with others more than I write by myself, but I would I would kind of call myself an extroverted introvert. I like to
Yeah,
write my own songs too, not necessarily ones that I think I'm going to release, but it's a way that I express myself and a way that I get my thoughts out. So when I'm having really big feelings and really big
yeah,
complicated thoughts, a lot of the time I like to, get it out of me on paper in a song, and it's
right.
not necessarily something I'd bring to other people to write with because it's
Yeah,
really really personal to me. But
right, of course.
um,
Are you somebody who likes to kind of like bounce ideas off of others, though? Is that why you kind of like to write
yeah,
in groups?
one thing I love about the Nashville scene is I feel like so many talented writers here. I've done a lot of co-writes so far, and I feel like bouncing ideas off of each other, you can create something that you would have never thought of. Like you can bring up a hook, and then they have an entirely different like vision for it than you did, and then it can turn into something so unique and cool
Nice.
combined.
That's
Now, I will say the difference between writing in Nashville and writing in a place like Los Angeles,
yeah.
you get a song done really quick in Los Angeles. In Nashville, sometimes it can take months to get a song done. It just depends on what you're doing. But
Well, I mean, what's the difference though between Nashville and L.A.? Like, why is it like that?
the process is different. I feel like Nashville, from my experience,
Okay.
I feel like Nashville writers, specifically country writers, they focus a lot more on the lyrics and on the story. They
Okay.
focus a lot more on what the song's about and what it says than the music. Whereas in my experience in LA, which I've only been once, so
Okay.
I don't have too much experience on that side of things, but as somebody who's dabbled in writing pop and country and other genres, when I was in LA, they focus a lot more on the vibe and the track and the
Okay.
music, and then the lyrics sometimes come secondary. The lyrics are still important, but it's not the same process that you go
Right.
through writing in Nashville. So
I'm I'm
you
lear-
get
I'm,
a
lear-
track done like that day when you write a song, pretty
Right.
much.
Yo, I'm honestly learning a lot from this, and it's keep making me coming up with questions. So I'm sorry if I'm asking a lot of
No,
stuff.
I'm
But
I'm happy to be on here. Thank you for having me on. And
yeah,
I'm
but I do. I'm curious now. Do you like when you did go to L.A.? Did you like kind of like take the songs, and obviously like the vibe and the track and whatever, what that vibe and track was, did you like take that and then maybe like you know add like lyrics to it when you went back into Nashville or?
No, we added lyrics
Okay.
there, but what we did,
I didn't know
a
if
lot.
maybe you like changed anything.
Yeah, so when I wrote in LA, what we would do is come up with the vibe, the track, like what
Yeah.
we came up with, like what did we want it to sound like first. Then we did kind of a mumble track, I'd say, over it, coming up with melodies, and then the lyrics go in. And so
Okay.
in that one session, we got an entire song recorded, not necessarily mixed and mastered. That's a process, but
Yeah.
we got an entire demo recorded. Whereas in Nashville, and the song can always be changed. So I haven't really made revisions to those songs yet because we're working on a lot of songs at once at the moment. I'm
Yeah.
doing a lot of writing and doing a lot of you know recording. I'm really excited for the future. But in Nashville, it's kind of like you really debate the lyrics. The lyrics and the melody kind of come as you go. You don't necessarily come
Yeah.
up with a mumble track. There are a couple people that do that like that here, but
Not
um,
usually.
not usually.
Yeah. All right. So I do want to talk about Prettiest Problem. I got so into what you just said that I asked that 10 minutes ago, and we still haven't talked about what Prettiest Problem is about.
It's okay.
So talk to me about Prettiest Problem, what it's about, what inspired it. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I wrote that song with my friend Chris Gray, who is awesome. We had a really fun time writing it. I think I don't know where I saw that like phrase prettiest problem, but I came to that writing session with that phrase, like prettiest problem. What could we say about that?
Yeah.
And we kind of took this stance on it, like she might be a wild card, she might not be perfect, but he loves her anyways. And I feel like that's the type of love you want, is somebody
Yes.
who's gonna stick with you through your wild moments and your
Yes.
that's what love is. And so she might be a problem in some other people's eyes, but she's his prettiest problem. It's kind of how we kind of
I love that.
turned
All
it
right.
into.
But anyways, I am very I've already heard it obviously, but I'm very excited to hear it again. Ruben, you done sleeping? No, he said nope.
He said no.
Excuse me? Yeah, no, he's leaning back in his chair. Normally I could tell where his head is because it shines through the window. He's leaning so far back, I'm having a hard time seeing it.
Your ball jokes are cracking me up, by the way.
Dude, you should see this man's haircut. So like
What do you want? You're bothering me.
his hairline is in the back of his head and he has a ponytail. PJ, one of the co-hosts that I used to have that used to come on here all the time, you know, he used to make jokes that he's Jeff Bezos in the front, Jimi Hendrix in the back. Is beautiful. Ruben,
What do you want? What do you want?
are we ready?
Ready for what?
Are we ready to talk about the prettiest problem that you're going to play as a song on Hamilton Radio?
Well,
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty, but I see he's the problem.
I am the problem. I'm the ugliest problem.
No.
Is
here
the
we go.
song ready though?
We're ready.
Ugliest problem, the sequel.
The sequel.
Oh, thanks. Prettiest problem right here on HamiltonRadio.net. Savannah Kirby, tell me you're pretty without telling me that you're pretty. Right now. Let's play it.
She got a black and red copper head-on tattoo. Likes to tie one on, even smoke a few. Mixed between a hurricane and tornado. And that boy loves her more than she knows. She's driving him crazy. She's got a little wild side. He's hoping that maybe she'll settle down and he'll be that guy. He can't help but love her with her. He discovered another way to fly to the moon. It's him harder than the whiskey and rum. She's his prettiest problem. She got a belly button ring, wears her jeans too tight. I know back down her, you can count her out in a fight. There's fire in her blood and a heart of gold. She's a little bit country with some rock and roll. She's driving him crazy. She's got a little wild side. He's hoping that maybe she'll settle down and he'll be that guy. He can't help but love her with her. He discovered another way to fly to the moon. It's him harder than the whiskey and rum. She's his prettiest problem. She's driving him crazy. She's got a little wild side. He's hoping that maybe she'll settle down and he'll be that guy. He can't help but love her with her. He discovered another way to fly to the moon. It's him harder than the whiskey and rum. She dances to the beat of a different drum. Hits him harder than the whiskey and rum. She's his prettiest problem. His prettiest
She's driving him wild. Hey, Ruben, do your eardrums still work? I was singing along. Yo,
Hold on, I gotta take the cotton out of my ears.
he came prepared today. I just want to let everybody know, me and Savannah were dancing over here, and we could not have been more out of sync.
Yeah,
we
we were
tried.
trying to do the, what was it?
We tried the wave. I was doing the shopping cart. I think I actually twerked for a little bit, like 2
Yeah,
seconds.
I saw you. I
got
saw you.
I got shy.
I was blown away for the half millisecond you did it.
You were not blown away at all.
That was a lovely twerk.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I was
Top
kind of
tier
waiting for her to
twerk.
be. I was kind of waiting for her to be like, "Fuck no." She's too nice.
It was a top tier twerk. I gotta
Was
give
it?
it to you. Mhm.
Oh, dude, yeah. When I used to do comedy a whole bunch, there was a couple places in New York that I could actually waltz work on, and it was great. Cause I used to have a bunch of jokes about how flat my ass was.
Hey,
Like
it must not be that flat if you can walk.
my ass was so flat. If I made it clap in a club, you could hear a pin drop. Like, if you believe my ass is round, you probably think the Earth is flat too.
Look, at least it's good enough for you to waltz work.
Yeah, I mean, it moves, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
That's all
You
that
should-
matters.
You should teach.
Usually, I
twerk
just
class.
point to somebody in the audience that's looking, because they just happen to be right there when I turn around.
Yeah.
Because I used to start it with, if you want to follow me, I really don't have much of an ass, so there's really nothing for you to look at.
And then they look.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're watching the show. Their eyes are there. So
yeah. No,
that's
you should
that's
teach-
usually the
instead of
segue.
swimming classes. Instead of swimming classes, you should teach twerk classes.
Should I?
Yeah. You burn calories doing that.
Yeah. You know what? That might be a thing I could try. Then I don't have to deal with 3-year-old kids crying because because they have to jump off even though I'm holding their hand.
If you're doing a twerk class, they'll give you like a more secluded room so not everybody's seeing it.
Oh, behave, baby. Oh my God. For just so everybody knows, that was Prettiest Problem by SAVANNA KIRBY right here on Hamilton Radio. That was absolutely a problem watching me twerk though, so I apologize. Oh man.
Mochi has
Dude.
made an appearance.
There was something I was about to ask. Yo,
Here's
I
my
have so much on here that's like, because I just want to put this in perspective for everybody. So I ended up, oh shit, it's Mochi.
Yeah, he made an appearance. He says, "Hey."
He already looks sick of you.
I know.
That was so fast.
He said, "Put me down."
He's like, no, I'm camera shy. Stop it.
like,
No,
"I'm
but
only-"
I just want to put this in perspective for everybody. So what I'm looking at, I finally found the date. It's from December 3rd, 2023.
Crazy.
Like, I'm finding stuff here that, like, where I'm talking about my wedding, because I think I'd been married for like a week at that point.
Congratulations,
Like-
by the way.
No, because like we were doing dance moves, and like I scrolled past it as we were doing it. I was like, yo, shit, there's part of this show where I talk about doing the worm at my wedding. It is on video for anybody that wants to see it, by the way. What is also on video in the next one is Abby licking a sword right after.
Yes.
They didn't get me licking the sword on video though. It was a pirate themed wedding, so it only made sense.
That sounds like a great wedding.
We cut our cake with that sword.
That is amazing, honestly.
Well, what's that song that goes "Cut It," like that hip hop song? Who's it by?
There's a few of them.
Because we cut the cake to that song. Like, them bricks is way too high. You need to cut it.
I
That
know what
one?
you're talking about. I don't know who it's by though.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure we all knew. Yeah, but no, we cut our cake to that song with the sword, and it was beautiful. Ruben was there for that. Yeah. He got to watch both me and Abby lick a sword. It was great. Oh, man. I mean, dude, I looked at pictures, like, because here's the thing. There is a picture of Abby licking it, and I'm sitting here holding the sword in the most perfect angle I possibly could, and I am just smiling ear to ear.
Oh my word.
And I'm like, this is a white cake, too, so this is making it look even worse.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Oh, my God. It was a fun wedding. If anybody out there that wants to have a wedding, make sure it's pirate themed so you can enjoy yourself. You can learn yourself something about the friends you have there. Oh, dude, honestly, you are a great person to just have a conversation with and shoot the shit, and I love that. So I just want to tell you thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. I apologize for the couple of times I got confused looking at my year-old questions.
You're fine. I appreciate you even doing this after a year. Scheduling's been hard, and I'm really happy that I finally made it.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time.
All right, I just wanted to make sure.
I had a great time. It's not a fun time unless somebody twerks, and we accomplished that. So
Oh, okay. But if we didn't have that, it wouldn't have been a fun time.
it still would have been a fun time, but it made it like a double fun.
That's how you know I am not the prettiest problem here in the studio. It's definitely not me. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming on. I know Ruben just went to the bathroom to take a piss, so he can't even take us off the air yet. Oh, dude.
Fun.
I mean, we could talk for a little bit more. Are there any shows that you have coming up that you want to promote?
Well, I will definitely be posting my schedule coming up here. I think I've got some shows hopefully in April that I'll be doing. Just keep an eye out on my Instagram. I'll be posting my shows and posting my single, which I'm hoping to release a single in February, and I'm really excited to announce that. So
Yeah,
you're the first
buddy.
to hear it. You're the first to hear about it so far.
Oh
so I'm
shit!
really-
I feel
yeah,
so special.
yeah. Well,
That's what throwing your ass out'll do for you, everybody.
you twerked for me, so I had to tell you.
That's what did it. Oh man. But I mean, let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can listen to your music. I want to make sure, as many people can listen to you as possible through this.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at It's Kirby Official, ITSKIRBI Official. You can find me on Facebook at Kirby Music. And you can find me on Apple Music as Kirby, KIRBI.
Check her out and let her music suck you in like Kirby the character.
Yes.
Let it happen. But once again, thank you for being on. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, we are about 10 subscribers away from 5,500. I'm hoping we can get to 6K by the end of February. I'm hoping 10K by the end of the year. But once again, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. Would love to have you back. And I absolutely can't wait to hear your new single.
Thank you so much.
Maybe I'll twerk a little bit more. You make me feel a little less self-conscious next time.
No, it was lovely. I'm so glad that you did that.
All
it
right.
made my night.
I got you.
Well,
Anyways.
I'm so thankful that you guys had me. I'm looking forward to the next time.
Anyways, everybody, this is Hot Tag Takes here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. Make sure you guys tune in next week. Adam Elias is coming back on the show. That'll be a fun one. But as for right now, we out here.